Hello, welcome to part 2 of the Reader Questions Answered segment. We are going to get right into the questions, and I hope you enjoyed the first one. I will link that below if you haven't seen it yet. Okay, let's keep going. Next question. Arlette C. writes, "Hi Jennifer, I wanted to ask you if you have any tips for establishing one's own morning routine. This is something that I've struggled with all my life, and I feel it's preventing me from achieving the level of poise I would like for my life. What do you think?" Okay, so I did my morning routine video a few weeks ago, and I kind of went out in very detailed order what we do in the morning, and I think it is very important to have a morning routine. Madame Chic had a morning routine, and on the weekdays, Monday through Friday, she woke up at 5 a.m. and she went into the kitchen and she prepared breakfast for her family. And she had the radio on and she would listen to that. I would get up much later. Obviously, I would get up at like 7 o'clock, and she would be getting ready for the day by that time. And I would be in the kitchen having the breakfast that she left out for me, which was so nice of her. And then she would always join me at the tail end of my breakfast, and we'd have a little chat. And then I would go off to school, and I'm assuming, and I pretty much know this, that she would clear up all of the breakfast things and put them away. And then she would get on with her day. So she did this Monday through Friday. It was the routine, and never once did she stray from it the whole time that I was there. I really learned the importance of having a morning routine. I remember when I first wrote Lessons from Madame Chic, and I was trying to find a literary agent, and I couldn't find one, remember? This one lady said to me, "I do not believe that this woman woke up at 5 a.m. and made breakfast for her family." And I said, that I wrote back to her, I said, I'm sorry that you don't believe that, but it's true. Why would I make that up? She did it. And it might sound crazy to you, but this is something that she did. And yeah, it does sound a bit crazy to me to wake up at 5 in the morning. You know, I wake up at 6, but some people do that. My father actually wakes up at 5 in the morning every single day. So some people do that. Now, as far as establishing your own morning routine, what's important is to, you have to look at what do you need to accomplish in the morning. Do you have children? Do they need to go to school? Or do you commute to work? Do you need to leave at a certain time? Most people need to leave at an exact time in the morning. They calculate when they're going to get to their location. So if you kind of work back from that, so for me, we have to leave the house at 8 a.m. And so I kind of work back from that. So I wake up at 6 a.m. because for me, it's important to have a half hour to myself, to just have quiet time, a half hour to get ready for the day, to bathe, dress, do my makeup, and tidy up the room and the bathroom, like make my bed and make the bathroom. That's important. And then at 7 a.m. to 8 a.m., that's when I help the girls get ready for school. We do their lunches. I have breakfast. They have breakfast. Clear things away, and that's it. So I kind of work backward from when I needed to leave. So that's what I suggest that you do. I also suggest you calculate how much sleep you need to get and what time you need to wake up in the morning. Now, if that leaves you with little sleep, then you need to go to bed earlier. So it's just kind of working back from what you need to do. Now, maybe you are a single woman who works from home, so you don't need to commute, there's no children to get out the door. I still think it's important to have a morning routine. When I was single, and I didn't have a family, I still got up pretty much at the same time every day. I think most people naturally do. We're creatures of habit. So whether that's, late in the morning or whether it's early, it's nice to have a routine and to eat a healthy breakfast and to just do something healthy in the morning rather than rolling out of bed and just feeling, I don't know, it's willy-nilly, whatever goes today. And that's the time when people get into a funk and then they start just wearing their pajamas all day long, and they just don't get ready because there's nothing to do, there's nothing to go out and do. So I suggest, even if you don't see people at all during the day, that you still have a morning routine, that you still get ready, that you still make your bed, that you still have breakfast and put things away, because it just starts the day off right. So Arlette, I wish you the best of luck, and let us know how it goes. The next question comes from Akila, who writes, Jennifer, your videos are my weekly not so guilty pleasure. Thank you. She says, I'm a very exhausted and sleep deprived mother of 2 lovely boys, a 5-month-old and a 2.5-year-old. Currently on maternity leave, home with both of my children. Okay, she says she's lucky if she gets 4 hours of sleep. Your video inspired me to try waking up before my kids. I usually wake up with them, but I find that I'm so groggy all morning I don't have time to put myself together. She says, I'm wondering if you could elaborate more on other strategies, philosophies, perspectives that help you maintain your energy, positivity, and poise when you are absolutely exhausted with the kids. I find if I squeeze in a nap during the day, meal prep runs late. If I don't nap, I'm lethargic throughout the day. If I go to the gym in the evening, I don't have much time with my husband. Okay, so I'm hearing you. Akila, I hear you. Okay, I've been there. And I will go there again with the sleep deprivation. She says, what would an exhausted daily connoisseur do? Okay, so many of us suffer from exhaustion. And I think it's because a few things. We try to cram so much into our day, number one. So I would just ask yourself, what can you take out of your day? You know, is your 5-month-old in like a painting class? You don't need to do that. You know what I mean? Like, I think we put our kids in these classes and these programs and we're shuttling them off to these things that really are not that important and imperative to their life. And what's more imperative is that they have a mom who has energy and is not grumpy and groggy all day long, you know? So I would, number one, ask, is there anything in your day that you can take out? Are you doing anything that's really unnecessary at this point? Number two, preparation is so important. And this goes for everybody, whether you have kids or you don't have kids, is that if you are prepared, if you know, for example, with meal planning, if you know what meals you're going to cook that week, you could sit down on a Sunday and just write out what the meals are. It doesn't mean you have to stick to it, but you have a general idea. Then you're not going to be scrambling to go to the grocery store to get that one item. You know, if you have your meals planned out, you know me, I'm a huge fan of freezer cooking, and I did my freezer lasagna video, and I recently made a bunch of chicken pot pies and chicken enchiladas. I have them, and I feel comfort knowing that they're in the freezer, because if there's ever a day where I haven't planned a meal, and I just don't know what we're eating, but I want something homemade and healthy, I will just pull out one of the items that I've already made. So being prepared like that, planning your meals, cooking meals, having them in the freezer, just getting excited about being prepared, that will help you so that you don't have so much to do. Your children are really young, but as they get older, you can delegate, have them help you with your household duties that you need to do. I have a video about raising tidy children that I'll link below that you should definitely watch. So delegating. Also, sometimes when you're exhausted, I did this so many times. I would just lay on the floor on a blanket and the kids would just literally playing, running around me, and I would just be on the floor. Usually you get a second wind. So I would do that and then I would get a second wind. I have never been a nap person. I just don't like taking naps. I find myself more tired afterward, and I can't sleep during the day. So I've never been a nap person. If you find, you know, you said that you wanted to go to the gym in the evening, but then you don't have time with your husband, for example. So maybe figure out how you can work in exercise throughout your day in another way. Maybe take your boys on a really long walk, or go to the park, or do your errands by foot. It's like you're at the gym, but you're just incorporating it into your everyday life. So, you know, you can get that exercise in. I don't go to a gym, but I walk everywhere. So I'm getting a lot of exercise that way. And I find that really helps me with my energy levels. So that's it. You know, I always remind people, this phase, it's not forever. Everything gets better. As your children grow older, you will not be so exhausted all the time. So just enjoy the moment. Don't put too many expectations on your shoulders, and just, you know, try to be as prepared as possible and think of it as a fun thing. There's so many resources here on YouTube of of other stay-at-home mothers in your same position, or part-time working mothers like you are, that that there's just a lot of resources available for us. You know, something that I like to do, this is so weird, and tell me if you like to do this, but there's so many cleaning videos on YouTube where these girls will just put the camera up and they show themselves cleaning their kitchen. I love these videos. I think how Jen does it, she does these. She's in her apron, does it. Wife, Mommy, Family Journey does it. I'll link them all below, all my favorite ones. And OCD Much, she does this. I love watching these cleaning videos. It's the weirdest thing. But when I'm cleaning my kitchen, sometimes I'll put them on, and it's like I'm cleaning the kitchen with a friend. So maybe one day I will shoot my own cleaning video. Give me a thumbs up or leave me a comment below if you would like to see me do a cleaning video, which will be very funny with my very large belly right now. I'll be like waddling around the kitchen. Anyway, so that's it. Just find encouragement. You can do this. You have got this, okay? We women are built very strong, and if anybody can do it, we can. That's it for Reader Questions Answered. Thank you so much for submitting your questions, and if you have a question that you would like me to answer, please leave me a comment below and let me know, and hopefully I can get to it for the next video. Thank you so much, and I will see you next time on the Daily Connoisseur. Bye!